It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we're moments away from a statement game. It's the Rams and the Ravens, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success, and that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jackson going to run again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This defense for the Rams, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. On target to his man, likely. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw it to the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Brown able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
A 60-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Fighting his way through contact. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Rams at 11-1 now on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months. Winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this cop.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Jackson's throws on target to Likely. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Ethan Evans on down to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. It's Desmond Ridder with a touchdown pass there. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along. Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is going to work. It's caught. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
And how about what just happened there? Just a total breakdown defensively. They're thinking he's going to spike this, so they let their guard down. But he never had any intention of stopping the clock. He wanted to throw the football. And he caught him napping, and this turned into a huge play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And quickly, they get to the line. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford steps away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. They run with Edwards off the option. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Jackson to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
A 33-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. He's to the 15. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here's 1st down. One last throw here for Stafford. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense.